On today's episode, I'm going to share with you how creating music for 30 days shifted my entire perspective on how I approach making my dreams a career. And if you don't know by now, hi, my name is Jen. I'm the host of The Modern Frida, a multi-passionate creative who is currently making music. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. In devoting time every day making music, I realized what I was missing this whole time: the key. Everybody has a key. You have a key. My key has been that I do not stick long enough through the ugliness to see the results. I give up when it gets tough. I give up on the days that I don't feel like doing X thing, when I have an emotional breakdown. And I've never devoted 30 days to anything, honestly, besides yoga. I've devoted 30 days to yoga. But other than that, honestly, I've never devoted 30 days to an art. Not painting, not flower crowns, but you know what? I decided to do it for music, and not even honestly for the sake of doing it. I was trying to come up with a YouTube video, and I was like, what would be in it for the people, or some bullshit like that. And I was like, okay, making music for 30 days. Let's see what happens, right? And what I got out of it was more than I could have ever imagined. Like, I thought I was going to go into this and come out with tangible results. I was going to be a better music creator. I was going to learn so much things. And while I did learn a lot about my music process, right? How to make music and just the beauty in making songs. More importantly than anything was the mind shift that happened. The little light bulb that went in. It was like, oh, this is what successful people do. This is what people like Beyonce do. And every other great legendary artist out there, is that they put in the time, even on the hardest days, right? And the thing is that this is nothing new. We hear this shit online all the time. It show up even when it's ugly, messy, hard, boring, you feel clueless, whatever. Just show the fuck up. Now that I mentioned yoga, even Adrienne Mishler, Yoga with Adrienne instructor, she always says you've already done the hardest part, showing up to your mat. And she says even if all you do is just sit there, you've already done enough. And I want you to take that with you. Next time you want to put your art at the bottom of your to-do list, I want you to remember all you need to do is show up. Show up to your table, show up to your chair, wherever it is you practice your art. Show up. That is what's going to separate you from everybody else. You showing up for yourself and doing the work even when you ain't getting paid for it. No one's watching. Nobody cares. And it's even harder, y'all, when you're doing all this work in the background, like at home, and you're not showing it to people. What I mean by this is, like, right now I'm working on music, but I can't put it out there. It is not completed. It's not done. It's a whole, I'm trying to create a project here. And right now there's this tendency that we think that we have to put everything out there. If not, people are going to think we ain't doing shit. There's a lot of beliefs that go into social media. But the thing is, like, that's when discipline comes in too. You have to be willing to put in the work, even when you don't have anything to show for it, even when you really can't post anything online about it, or even you're just putting in the reps. That's what you're doing. You're putting in the reps behind the scenes. And if you go and listen to any interview, autobiography of any artist, one thing they have in common is that they always saw music, their art, as number one, plan A. There was no plan B. Now, this doesn't mean they went and quit their 9-to-5 jobs. I think that's something we kind of thought we had to do there for a moment, is like give up our security in order to follow our dreams. No, I don't think that's how it is. It just means that even after you come home, instead of watching Netflix and scrolling on your phone or what have you, you say, nah, I am going to spend 10 minutes doing my art, doing whatever it is you need to be. Sometimes it's making the art, sometimes it's making a social media post, sometimes it's getting files ready to send to a fucking producer, whatever it is. You go and you do the work. You allot the time for it. Because how else do you think it's going to happen? It's not going to just magically appear. Like, you have to create it. You have to create that reality for yourself. And in these 30 days, that is the mind shift I came out with, is that like, oh, it really is in the time and the devotion to it. Because even though I worked on music every day for 30 days, y'all, I didn't even scratch the surface. And that's what shocked me the most, is that I completed like 1%, it feels like, of what I want to do. And I was like, holy fuck. And that's working every day, y'all, every day. So like, imagine yourself right now, you're only giving your art like 30 minutes every week. 30 minutes here and there. 30 minutes when you feel like it, when you feel inspired, when you feel like you deserve it, you know? That, with that mentality, like you just doing that, it is not, like, that is never going to get you where you want to be. That is not going to give you your art career. It's just not. You have to put in the time. There's no other way around it. It's like working out. You can't just go to the gym once a week and expect muscle. It ain't going to happen. You can't eat one salad a week and expect to fucking be healthy. It's not going to work that way. And similarly, like, you put it in one day a week to your craft, it's not going to happen. So if you're someone who's never devoted themselves to one craft, to anything, you've never, like, because remember, this translates into so many other areas of our lives. Like, looking back, y'all, I can see where I've always quitted when things got hard. I've quitted jobs, I've quitted relationships, I quitted friendships, I've quit even going to the gym, I've quitted just so many things. The list goes on. Anytime that I felt it being difficult or things not working, I've called it quits. And part of it could be because, you know, when things aren't right, they're not right? Like, I didn't want to be a full-time painter. I didn't want to be a full-time flower crown creator. But if you are ready, you know what you want to be doing, full-time career, like you know it's something that you want a big part of your life to be. It's time, might be time you start to question your devotion and how serious you are about it. And remember that in order for your dreams to become tangible, because even calling them dreams are fantasies. You have to realize that you can be dreaming forever and it'll always just be that, a dream. But when are you going to make your dreams a career? When are you going to bring them into the real world? There's only one way to do that, and that's by doing. That's by making it happen. That's by breaking your own barriers, by disciplining yourself, even on the days you don't want to. Like, it's literally changing your DNA. That is what is required of you. And if you want to see this for yourself, I challenge you to take 30 days on working on your craft every day and see what happens. Even when you are tired after work, and don't feel like doing shit, like, write it down on a journal, on a docu-note, Google Doc. That's what I did. And see what comes from it. You might surprise yourself. Like, those little things that you're missing right now, the things you don't have answers to might come from those sessions when you show up when it's hard. And it's only in hindsight that you'll go back, that you'll see like, oh shit, like, I was really doing something. I was preparing myself for this moment. I was making myself stronger. I was becoming better. It just didn't look like it. Because sometimes I don't feel like it. You show up day after day and it feels like you're not making progress until you do. Until you wake up and like, you show up one day, you're like, holy shit, like, I've come a long way. Like, I know I've become better without realizing it. But there's only one way to get better, and that's by doing the work. So start showing up and start doing the work. It's time. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with a friend, and I will see you all next time. Bye.